And I think we are live, right? Yeah, we are. So, what's good, everyone? What's good, everybody? What's good, Jordan?
How's
How's
it
it
good
going,
going,
man?
Hassan? How's it going?
Going great, bro. Just having my first smoke today, opening my eyes. It's like 7 a.m. right here.
I got you. I just for me it's 11:53, probably midnight for me. I just get back home like 10 minutes ago, man.
Hey, so what's the topic today, Jordan? You run it back?
The topic of the day is just have a casual discussion just about my hero. Cause you know our boy Dust likes to start a pot and rile up the community and stuff. So we're not on the whole My Hero versus One Piece stuff. We just want to talk about my hero as far as like how we feel about the series personally, and then see if it can do it, be bigger than what it is now, or if it's going to just plateau and just stall out in the future. So I'll go ahead and ask you, Sonic. I know you aren't too high on My Hero. What did you think about the series? Like, what are your thoughts on it first?
I mean, my hero is good, to be honest. I'm not its biggest fan, but I like it. I read the manga on a weekly basis still. Um, the premise as a whole is good. Uh, I mean, recently, if you're talking about the manga, because of course we're gonna be talking about the manga, so please click off the video if you're not caught up. I kind of like the what they're doing with Shinso right now and reintroducing him because in a way he was off the picture for so long, for God knows how many chapters, hundreds of chapters. And then he came back and we seen him with Aizawa, and then all of a sudden now he adapted to Aizawa's fighting style in a sense, and he got his
Yeah,
own token mask. Well, that was kind of, it was cool. But that's
I
about
thought
it. Like, I don't find any more enjoyment in there. Like, that's about it. That's all I can
I
say.
got you. I got you. I'll go ahead. I'll add my piece on it in a bit, but I have to ask, like, what is it about it that doesn't entice you, or like, just so I
Mm.
can know, like, why doesn't it? I guess get you going like other people do, like myself, who think it's greatness. Like, what is it about it that just throws you off?
I'd say the school setting, in a way, really does kind of throw me off from time to time.
Hmm.
And how I don't know, sometimes it feels so childish that I don't want to, delve in it and emotionally invest in it in a way. But that's that.
Mm, I got you. I got you. Well, I'll go ahead and add my 2 cents to it. I will say for me, I'm a My Hero fanboy. I enjoy the series a lot. Like it's currently my favorite read after Kingdom, or actually Kingdom. It actually is like equal to Kingdom now for me as far as like my favorite reads currently. But I enjoy like the school setting. I enjoy the students. Like I enjoy it all. Like yeah, at times it can be I say dry as far as not enough action. Some people people like are action people like
Yeah.
action. For me, like I'm cool with the more personable things with the students and just like the dry settings like the festival arc, which was mostly about just the kids and not much really about fighting except for that whole Deku general fight.
But
So
where do you see it potentially going? Like, to what extent?
in the West here in America, it could be bigger than Naruto. It all depends on how season 4 goes next year. It really depends on how season 4 goes. If people fall in love with the overall Deku stuff, that I feel like it could be bigger than Naruto in my opinion over here in the West. But as far as overall, um,
I mean, the demographic of its fans is kind of big, and it's kind of the mainstream flagship anime right now.
yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, and it does a good job. And the thing is, it's a perfect anime to pop go to just get big because it's a story about heroes, and it kind of parallels, American comics. So like, it's something that people that read DC or Marvel can get behind and just get enjoy. So it has all the tools and all the qualities to be big, but who knows? Like I think it'd be top three, like top 2 or 3 in Japan the next year or two, and then like once again like number 1 over here in the U.S. in my opinion.
Yeah, I
And I
kind of
don't think we'd be Like it won't pass One Piece, but it will be probably number two or three for the next couple of years.
This nigga said Hassan was a bad student. Confirmed. The fuck are
You
you on about,
serious?
bro?
Oh
Hey, but
Lord.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro. I mean, lately, you know how the hype around the latest Marvel movie was it the Avengers?
Oh yeah, Avengers of Infinity War.
Yeah. And so a lot of people are correlating the hero aspect of that series or franchise to My Hero. Feel like there is a liaison there or not?
I don't think you can correlate. I don't think you can correlate this like they're heroes. Like that's really the only thing you can really correlate is they're heroes and they have powers. Uh, I,
I mean, hell if I know. I never seen a Marvel movie
uh,
to begin with.
I'm really trying to think. I'm trying to think because I don't see one. Like I'm trying to think. I don't see one just for the fact that it's really two separate things. Like Marvel, like the Marvel stuff is centered around, of course, the heroes, but more mainly around like entire like what 10 to 15 year plan to integrate a big bad villain, which is about to end next year. And I don't think my hero is going to be around for 10 to 15 years like that. Because what I got core coaching, what he wants to do, he wants to be in and out and no less than what 400 to 500 chapters, I
Yeah, I
believe.
mean, in sales wise, it's already doing numbers in the millions. I think it's doing
Yeah,
now.
it's
So,
number yeah, it's like I think it's like number four right now. If I never said number four for like
I
the
mean,
midway
that's a
point of the
lot, bro.
year.
That's a lot of revenue.
Yeah, so again, it's on the rise. It's just it all just depends on how people just take it over here. Because I feel like if it gets big here, then it will transfer over to Japan and get big over in Japan. That's my opinion. Because right now, Attack on Titan is still number two, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But the sales are a lot closer this year than they have been. Like Attack on Titan is thinking like 500,000 less than like a million less than One Piece, and like series 3 through 6 are separated by like 200,000 copies. So it's all close.
Yeah, in a way it is. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. And then also, I'll ask you this because I know that you're a big One Piece fan. Do you even think it has a shot or a chance that you ever pass One Piece just in sales? Like not in quality, but just sales.
Yo, that's a bad joke, bro. That's a joke gone wrong. What type of bullshit is that, bro?
Bro, I just asked the question, son. I just asked the questions.
Bro, but
That's
here's
all I
the
want to
thing.
know.
Like, you get a series that's been running for like 20 years or so, plus more than 20 years. And you
Well,
can't
yeah.
compare it, bro. You can't possibly compare it to something that's still newborn. Like, I mean, the concept is cool, but My Hero all the more isn't as impressive as a lot of series. You get fan bases of Dragon Ball and bigger series, Attack on Titan nonetheless, and sports series. I get that a lot of people enjoy My Hero for being simple. It's like using an iPhone. It's for simple people and
I
it's
got
easy
you.
easy to get around. That's what how I see it.
I understand. Like, I'm with you on that. Like, I don't think it ever surpass or be as big as One Piece, in my opinion. Like, One Piece has got too much time and put, and all just put too much work for it to be
I don't
big
know
as
if even
less
I'm
than
gonna be
number one.
alive for when it ends, bro.
Say it again.
I said I don't know if I'm gonna be around when it ends. One Piece that is. That
You'll
shit's
be
been
alive.
going on for God knows how long.
You might be alive. I'm sure you'll be alive for when it ends. I think it has like 10 more
Nigga, go
years.
with the joke. Don't ruin my fucking joke, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
So also, the question I want to ask you, because I know it's something you always talk about or have a complaint with. How do you think her coach uses his character? So how do you think the characters are using My Hero?
The biggest problem I probably have with the aspect of the series is that there's a lot of main character cast, and they're not flaunted enough. Like they don't get enough screen time as much as other main characters. Introducing that much characters basically creates a problem to the readers. Like, okay, we get the thing with Shinso where he was reintroduced 100
Hmm.
chapters later and is now a valid plot device to
Right.
whatever arc we're going to be entering next. But that's that. And like we still have overhaul and his pursuits. A lot of them weren't even flaunted upon, weren't even shown, weren't even showcased. We still got a lot of the members of the Alliance, the Villain Alliance. That's still there. We got Class 1B, Class 1A, the other classes, the other departments. Like, I don't know, that's weak writing in my eyes. I think it's gonna be, I think Horikosh is gonna be doing a better job with it in the next years. But as
Hmm.
far as where we are now, I think if anything, he should be flashing Class 1B more. Because their quirks are hacks, and we don't know that much about them.
I agree. They should be fleshed out more. I think Class B will play a role in the future. I'm not sure in what capacity, but they'll come up for sure. Like I think he's still trying to flesh out class 1A and 1C, trying to flesh them out. So, but I think Class B will come out. Actually, no, no, actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of class. I'm thinking of the other school. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of mistaken B for other school.
Oh
He'll
yeah,
do
the other
like
school, yeah,
yeah. Class B will get fleshed out. I think this the next two, in my opinion, next two arcs. That's just my opinion. I think they will flesh them out. Like they'll flesh them out with this training that they're doing now. They'll get fleshed out. And I think they'll get fleshed out also in with when the villains come back as well. They'll get fleshed out.
yeah. And how do you feel about the recent Yukas that's been happening in the community over One Piece versus My Hero?
It's people are just to me. Everybody's getting in their feelings about the whole thing. Like if you people can like what they like, it's just people get too defensive when it comes to One Piece, in my opinion, or any other series they like, just because they just feel like it's just it's untouchable or it, I don't know. It's weird to me. Like if you don't like a series, that's cool, but don't try to bash it. I mean, if you don't even know what's happening or you don't even read the series, like, if you don't read it or know what's happening, I don't think you have an opinion about it at all or speak on it. If you never even try to touch it, or if you have read it and you know what's going on, you still don't like it, that's fine. But just don't try to tear it down just to make the other series look good. Like if you
Yeah,
like My Hero, cool, but don't try to tear down One Piece for the flaws One Piece may have, and vice versa with One Piece and My Hero. Like don't try to tear it down. Like that's trash to me. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. Like that's just me. But I think it's the community. It's this last week and a half is showing that the community is more like a monolith or a dictatorship when it comes to One Piece. Because it seems like you just cannot say anything bad about One Piece um, unless you want to be deemed a hater or want to be deemed
says the
like you're
actual hater.
just negative.
Whatever.
Of course, but to me, you can criticize a series and still like it and love it the same way you can criticize music and love it, or criticize or pick apart females and love them. That's just me though. Like, what do you think about it, Hassan?
Ooh, I mean, it's pointless because most of the fans of both series enjoyed the other series, as much as they enjoy their main series. They're in
Hmm.
its highs, so I feel like if you're just gonna argue for the sake of arguing or bashing the other faction for the sake of just doing that, yes, it's gonna be fun for the first 10 times, but
Right,
then again, it just gets boring and repetitive. And I don't
right.
know if
I
I
know
want
you
to be
did.
part of that.
Right. Same here. Like I know. You, I mean, I know you disagree with like to me it's like the same with like Sanji jokes. Like again, we all love bashing Sanji, making fun of Sanji and stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't. After a while, it gets boring. Like to me, I'm tired of making Sanji jokes right now because there aren't any
Oh
new
yeah, me
jokes to
too,
be
bro.
being had. Like
Like it
the
is
jokes
what it
about
is.
yeah, like the jokes about Zoro, they're getting old now. Like you either make a new joke or just don't even worry about it too much. This is how I feel.
Hey, I see best-selling manga in history in the chat. My dude said, "Talk about
Bruh.
Tired God, bro. We don't talk about doujins in here. I don't know about
Yeah,
you, but
and plus, yeah, I have never read Tower of God to talk about it. I wish I could.
yo,
I
that shit
need to
looks
read it.
like hentai, bro.
I heard it's good. It's not really hentai, but I heard it's good.
I know
I
the
heard it.
story is probably good, but I don't know about the art style.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I want to ask you what. Let's go back to my hero. What has been your favorite either arc or chapter or moment of my hero, if you have one?
Ooh. My favorite moment is probably when Mirio showed up to Eri and said, "I'll be your hero." That
Ooh,
panel alone gives me chills,
that
bro. Every time I
that's
read
a
it.
great. That is a great panel. That was a
Yeah.
great panel. I like that one. To me, and this because I'm a Shigaraki fanboy, is when Shigaraki pretty much belittled and bitched out Overhaul. After
Oh
Overhaul
yeah,
had
bro.
after Overhaul lost the Deku with an ankle and stuff. Like we told him like everything you did was for me and everything you try to accomplish is for nothing. That panel right there, that
It
was a great
held
panel to
like
me.
deeper meanings because
Yeah.
you know the typical fans, the mainstream fans, probably are just there for the hero side, or you know they're just there for the plot. But then again, like you get times where even the villain alliance were attacking other villains. Like that's a good writing, bro. So I
Oh yeah,
like
it's great writing. Yeah, because pretty much like I'm glad with that. Because for me, so like the League of Villains, is like there aren't just typical shonen villains that just align with anybody that's doing bad. Like they will anybody can get it with them. They'll try to kill villains. They'll try to kill civilians, heroes. It don't matter. Anybody that's in their way, they'll kill. I like that.
oh yeah, that's that.
Let me see here. Let me see. Anything else you want to add to the My Hero stuff? Like I said, this is probably just something just to hold everybody over until next week because you got some things coming. So
Of
did you?
course, we got
So
some
did you
things
have?
planned.
So did you want to add anything or anything to My Hero stuff?
I'm, uh, okay, so what do you precisely think the next arc is going to be aside from these battles that we're getting now?
Next arc, I think we get a reveal of who the traitor is, or something that leads up to the return of League of Villains. I believe.
I
I
hope
believe
so.
like this
Yeah.
start coming up. The League of Villains comes back. We might not get Shigaraki or All for One, but we may get this like at least like the core members, like they show what they're doing, or the arc is all about centered on who the traitor was um, in the school.
Yeah, I kind of like that. To add on what Sage has been saying in the comments, what do you think Shigaraki's doing now? Like right now? He plotting or he
Oh yes, bro. Shigaraki right now is undergoing his all for one training to become the greatest villain in manga history. That's what he's doing right now.
oh wow.
Shigaraki right now is when they have come back with 20 quirks and be the greatest troll villain ever. That's what he's doing right now. So don't worry about Shigaraki. The goat will return in all his gloriness.
And what do you think about a potential time skip? Probably when they're
That's good.
maybe to where they jump to where
That
they're heroes or something.
Yeah, I think that will happen. Either that jumps to either the last year in high school or when they're heroes. But yeah, I think a time skip is needed. And
Yeah,
the
I
way
kind of
Koshi
agree.
wants to end it, yeah, time skip is going to be needed
Hmm.
because you have to see Deku be a grown man and be the number one hero. So yeah, it has to be a time skip.
I just hope we see more of Endeavor because currently Endeavor is probably my favorite character in My Hero.
We get more Endeavor because you have to get Todoroki. So
Yeah,
we have to get more Endeavor stuff and who this long lost sibling is, and then hopefully get more Dobby stuff too. So we're getting more Endeavor. Don't worry, that's going to happen.
yeah, that will be good.
Oh, that'd be great. And also, then I'm gonna add this. I didn't add this earlier, but because I was asking about how you think Horikoshi uses his characters. In response to you, I think Koshi uses his characters and to me, very great in regards to like people say they don't get much screen time, but if you go through each arc in each chapter, or not each arc at least, the students probably not like like class B, but at least class 1A, they get a lot of screen time, a lot of development to me. Like you learn about the students, bit by bit. Like you learn more about Todoroki now. We learned about a lot of students in the festival arc. We got some stuff with Mina in regards to like the student exams, license exam stuff. Like we're gonna learn more. Like to me, he does a good job. Granted, it's on 200 chapters, so he hasn't had time to like really flesh out like Oda has. But for the time we've seen the characters, he's done a great job of at least introducing the main core of the students and at least making us at least get attached to them in some kind of way, some shape or form, in my opinion, with the main core students.
Oh yeah, 100%. Um, that's been that.
So yeah, that again, that's how I feel. Hold on, if I could ask you in response to you, do you think there's gonna be a what do you think about Shigaraki, or do you think he's a good villain? Because people say like I heard people say he is not a good villain, or he's underwhelming as a villain. I'm gonna ask what do you think about Shigaraki.
Okay, so as far as villains go, I think he's the second best villain introduced in the series because he had development. He had real development. He does have the potential to be one of the best villains ever, given how well we started Deku's journey along with him throughout the series, and we started Shigaraki's too. We've seen development from him, characterization wise, character development too. So I hope we see more of his development in the future and how he'll be able to rally up all the villains and all the people that don't agree with the hero system and whatnot. That will be kind of
Mm,
interesting to see. I think he has potential. That's what I'm gonna say for now.
I got you. Okay, I go agree with that. I think he has a lot of potential too. It's just I just don't see how Coach uses him after all the stuff. And also, let me ask you: you think they're gonna break one all for one out of jail? Or
Yeah, that would be. If he manages to break all for one out of jail, which I fail to see how that would help his characterization, well, his character development, because he doesn't need All for One in his life right now. If he just manages to get a hold of All for One's quirk, however, that would be a better um, point in the story. I feel like,
mm,
because then he'd just pull through with his own sheer power.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And let me actually say, yeah, Sage, I do agree. We need to see what Shoto and Bakugo could do because I believe Shoto is broken and potentially like the best hero in the class right now because of his quirk ability. But it all depends on what all he can do or how Koshi writes him. But I do agree. We need to see what they both can do
Oh
to
yeah,
see
I
if
agree.
it's a paid to see that
100%.
training's paid off. Especially Bakugo because Bakugo at least had better training since he knows he's the top hero in the class right now.
Yeah,
So
especially if he
I
gets
do.
well,
Go ahead.
what Sage been saying, if he manages to get a hold of better control over his quirk, like get shape manipulation and stuff with his fire and ice, he would be 110% much more stronger than anyone of his peers.
True, true. And I'm trying to think. Cause I'm trying to see Bakugo, Todoroki, and
Midoriya,
now
basically.
and no, I know because no, I think Midoriya moved down because I forget. Dang it, who was it that joined the who was the dude with
Hawks,
the not
uh,
Hawks, the dude with the brainwashing quirk? I forget the dude's name.
Shinso.
Shinzo. That's all. I keep mistaking him for freaking Todoroki. But yeah, I think it's now Todoroki, Bakugo, and Shinzo now because Shinzo now is broken, and I feel like he's gonna
Do
be
you think he's
OP.
going to do you think he's going to join Class 1A or Class 1B?
He'll join 1B. I think he'll join 1A to be honest. No, actually, you know what? I think he'll join 1A, but I hope he joins 1B to add to their firepower.
Yeah, maybe he'll just be like the main dude in 1B.
Yeah,
That will be kind of,
yeah,
better for the story.
I agree with that. I agree. And let me ask this, because this is something I've been. Do you ever think you will see the other school again? With what's the one dude? Do you think you ever see them again?
Shiketsu, yeah. I think we will in the near future. That's all I
Ooh,
think. Because I feel like if they're gonna be relevant in the hero world in the next 5 years or whatever, or their timelines, I think they should be shown along with the UA with UA students. If I was writing, at
I
least
got you.
that's how I paint it.
I got you. I agree with that. I would hope to see them again because they were all interesting and were, to me, to be honest, actually stronger than Class 1A. To be honest, I feel like they're actually stronger as a whole in Class
Hmm.
1A, in my
As
opinion.
a collective, I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think
Deku
so.
alone. Here's the thing. Deku alone has mastery over 20% of one for all. He managed
Right.
to be, um, well, to a certain extent, he needed help from Eri to be Overhaul. But I don't think the other ones would be Overhaul as is. Although Overhaul was weakened at that state, but still, like
Oh
he
yeah, of
managed
course.
to take something out of it.
To me, the only person that could actually, the only one actually, I disagree with this. I think Bakugo could have beat Overhaul because of how his ability is, and Todoroki, depending. I think those are the they could. Let me say this: before Overhaul absorbed the two guys, I think Bakugo and Todoroki could have beat Overhaul, in my opinion, just because of how their quirks are framed, as opposed to Overhauls. Let me say that. So I do think that
Really?
I think because to me Deku is strong. I'm wrong. Deku is strong, but I don't think he's just as strong as people say he is as of right now. Because I think he's to me for Deku to be someone like that dude, he needs to at least get a 40%. And once he gets 40%, I think Deku will be that guy in the class.
Well, by the third year, if Dick was able to get a hold of all 100% under his control without getting broken and shit, I think that would be, hmm, I think that would be kind of anticlimactic because I want him to reach his 100, his real 100% towards the end of the series, like where he's gonna fight his final battle. That's when his true potential should be unlocked, in my eyes. But if by any quirk of fate he happens to just unlock it whenever he's a third year or second year, that would be nice to just see him rise in the hero scales and manage to get the number one spot.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Unless Bakugo and Todoroki, get more hacks than they do as third years as well, I think Deku at like 40, 45% should be the strongest hero in the class. But actually, I don't know because you got to think with Todoroki's ability, like Todoroki can actually be hacks if he's able to control the flame and ice with his body. And Squirt, he could be hacks, and then Bakugo could be hacks too with his explosions as well. So
I mean, the thing with
it'd be
Bakugo is
interesting.
like his quirk isn't all that magnificent in comparison to Deku's or Todoroki's or Inasa's or Shinso's at the very least. But he
That's true.
manages to
That's a
make it like really impressive.
Yeah. That's again. It's kind of like Mario. Like Mario's quirk isn't all that good when you just think about it on this base, but then you realize like when you see how he made it, how he trained himself and made it to be hacks. I feel like Bakugo is kind of like that same role. Like his ability isn't all that to make it like it just on first glance, but I feel like he'll train it and make it to where it's no hacks, similar to like Mario did with his permeation.
You know what? I've been thinking lately. Maybe in series like One Piece or My Hero Academia, you could have whatever quirk you want or whatever superpower you want, and it could be really not that impressive, like fire and ice and multiple quirks and shit. But as long as you add range and DC to it, it's like instantly becomes hacks. Imagine like something as simple as Aoyama's laser quirk. What if you could just basically spur laser beams from the ground in 100 miles range or something? Like at base, you just think of it as he just shoots up lasers from his navel belly button. But then again, as soon as you add like more range and accessibility, it becomes hacks. So I feel like that's a weird. Just to look at it, it's really weird. It's a real weird concept in writing. That's how I feel.
I agree. Yeah, I can agree with that. Let's see here. Anything else you want to add, Hassan, or is that you want to go ahead and wrap it up?
Hey, so this stream has been just a test stream for the My Hero demographic of the channel. Really
That's
appreciate the people who came through. See Trent,
yeah.
say Amma, and everyone.
Shout out to
Jordan.
Sage. Oh, yeah. So yeah. Also, just so y'all know, next week we're having our first solo bid. So Hassan will be going solo with Gintama with a couple of guests, and me, I'll be talking about Kingdom with a couple of guests as well. So we have our first solo streams on the channel. So look out for those.
Hey, One Piece chapter out. Whoever's waiting.
Oh yeah, facts. And then two also. look out next week. We're gonna have a stream discussion with friends. So just so if you know in the Discord or whatever, just don't look out for us, and we'll be inviting you.
Hey, of course. So it's been Dorian Brogy. See y'all whenever we do. Peace.
Peace.